was sad. My camera did it again. I pressed record. We just thought we recorded Carly opening her advent calendar.
But we did.
But it didn't record. So, for number one, she got a little tiny chocolate reindeer. We're going to lift the mood back up now.
And the picture inside it is a present.
And it's a present for the picture. What we were talking about was, I'm going to try and vlog a little bit every morning. So, I mean, even if one of the vlogs just literally has Carly opening her advent calendars and things like that, we're going to try and vlog it. I can't promise that it's going to be like a daily vlog for December. I'd love to be able to do daily vlogs for December, but the stress that I'm under at the moment it's insane. I know I've said that I'm going to do a video as to why I'm so stressed. It's just every time I do it, something happens and it just doesn't look right. And I'm not the best at editing, and I just can't seem to edit it properly either. So I'm going to try and sum it up for you briefly. Okay? Basically, I started seeing this guy. We were just friends at the start. It was just a bit of harmless fun. We was talking. I used to go around his house. We used to sit down and just talk, listen to music. And it was fantastic. I felt like I really found a good friend. And then it sort of progressed just randomly one day into a full-blown relationship. And it was fantastic for, wow, really, nearly 3/4 of a year. It was just bliss. And then all of a sudden, just because like a few of my views didn't quite match up with him, he started turning quite negative, and I don't know, he just changed, and he just doesn't seem to see that if he wasn't so negative and then constantly bringing things up, we would actually have moved on. But the final straw really for me was when he basically said my mum was rude, and well, he said that she was obnoxious. Now, for those of you that are younger and you don't know what obnoxious means, it means evil. Basically, it's like a really bad person. And this is all down to my mum being sat here on the sofa. Now, originally, Carly was sat there. Do you want to just sit how you normally sit? You see, Carly usually sits like that, and get the ball down. She had her legs something like this. So she took up all of this cushion, which we're not too fussed about. Me and my mum just sort of shared a cushion. And my ex-partner came round, and Carly was no longer sat here. So instead of sitting here on a completely empty cushion, he decided to squeeze into my place, which my mum at the time, she had a very bad back. She found it very painful to move, so it would have been easier for him to sit on the big cushion as opposed to just cramming in next to her and forcing her to move. And that is why my mum was apparently obnoxious and rude, which is the biggest load of rubbish I have ever heard. My mum was shocked. I'm still hurt by it. And to think that, you know, this man is supposed to love me, which he's never ever said those words to me, because he's apparently too scarred and too hurt. Carly, can we not bounce the ball? Mummy's trying to talk. Because apparently he's too hurt from all his past relationships to say those words. I was very upset. So after, it was another row, which again my mother was mentioned because I spend too much time with my mum, which is generally on a Monday. I would usually have contact with my mum for a few hours, whether it's from like 10:30 till about 2 o'clock. I would see my mum. That's too much time, apparently. Now, normally, if Carly was in a full-time school, Carly would not get to see my mum. So the fact that you get to see Nana is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, and I got something in here.
Which, speaking of school, we have actually asked for a place at one of the schools in Gainsborough to see whether they can help, and it sounds quite positive. So we're going to see, aren't we?
Yeah.
We just have to wait. They may not give her the place. Can you sit down? So it all depends now on what happens and what moves on next. But basically, he spat his dummy out because I spent one day with my mum, and on the same day, on the evening, I'd spend it with my other friend Sam, who looks after two highly autistic kids, one of which is my godson, Toby, which Toby Josh is a fantastic kid. And then there's little Evie, who Carly loves to pieces. So because of those two factors, he was spitting his dummy out. He had 6 days, so obviously you got Tuesday through to Sunday, which he could have quite happily had most of my time, but he chose not to. So there's not much I can do, especially when my own daughter doesn't want to go to his house and play. So the constant nagging, the constant stress of everything that he was putting me through, it slowly started to eat me up, and I was constantly getting irate, and it got to the point that every time the phone rang, I started to feel sick. Now, that kind of tells you something, doesn't it, really? I've had countless panic attacks, things like that, all down to him. So really, the best thing I did was basically read that email this particular morning, because I spent, again, an afternoon with my mum, and we also then went to go see her mum, which is my nana, in Lincoln. And it was a brilliant day. I forgot my mobile. I'm not the most organised person in the world. Forgot my camera too. But the point of the matter is, I was out. I'd had 2 weeks where we'd had this argument, and I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping. I was very, very poorly. Just like the thought of food, the smell of food was making me physically ill. So this one particular day, I'd managed like the day before to have like a stuffed mushroom. It took me like an hour and a bit to eat it, but we got there. And my mum was so supportive those 2 weeks. She was down most days, either doing my housework, looking after Carly. I could not have asked for a better mum. She did what any mother would do. I would do it for Carly, but that was wrong, apparently. And he spat his dummy out again because my mum was round every day. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but I'm poorly. I needed her help. He's not offered to like take Carly out for the day so that I can sleep. Not that she would go with him, especially not now, because he always moans or he has a go at her for something, whether it's because she's eating too slow or she didn't eat all the dinner. It's really a load of stupid stuff, but it really, really worked me up. So when he sent me an email this one particular morning, which was the day after I went to my mum's and my nan's, it basically said, we was going to talk today, you didn't call, I'm fed up. It's just ridiculous, really. And he basically said that enough was enough, we're through. And I was like, you know what? That's fine by me. I wasn't bothered. So he ended it. He made his bed. He's now got to deal with it. Now, since then, he's been ringing me, emailing me, trying to get me to pick up the phone, which in one of his emails he said he never wanted to speak to me again, so I blocked and deleted his numbers. And I kid you not, since that day, it's been a week now, if not slightly longer, he's either been round to the house, banging on the doors, posting letters through my door, trying to get my attention, and I ended up getting the police involved. Now, the police have told him to stay away. I've now got the police coming around again because he just doesn't seem to be getting the message. And the most frustrating part is he's the one that ended it, not me. So yeah, that's roughly the rough summary. I'm not going into how it affected me too much emotionally because it'll just be really bad, and it would just, I'd end up crying. You got fake presents for me. It's so nice.
It's real.
It's real?
Open it.
I've got to open a present.
Open
But it's not Christmas. Oh, guys, she got me a ring. Should we see if it fits? It sort of fits. Does it fit Carly better? Oh, I think you should keep it. Don't you?
I've got you another present, but it's a ring still.
You only ever need to give me a kiss as a present. That's all you ever do. She's adorable. But yeah, as I was saying before my video, well, in the video that I was recording, which didn't record, today is a very, very important day. We actually have the physiotherapist, I'll glue it back on later. We have the physiotherapist coming, well there's 2 of them coming, to do core strengths and things like that with Carly. So no doubt later on tonight, once they've gone, or even later this afternoon, I'll get her to show you what her exercises are. And this is down to your hypermobility, isn't it? She's got a lot of hyper sort of extend. Well, it's just, it's really weird. Her muscles just, I don't know, it's weird. Where normally you'd probably get them to there, hers like hyperextend. It is so strange.
It's getting stronger.
And I've got to admit, when she's like just wearing like shorts and a vest top, it's like, ugh. And I do envy this kid's flexibility. But they're going to give us lots of exercises to help strengthen her core and her shoulder muscles up here, so that hopefully she's not so wobbly on a push bike.
Wait, I need to show you my exercising ball.
Size ball.
It's called a gym ball.
It is.
It's
You like your gym ball, don't you?
I was playing with it yesterday.
This is who watches all our vlogs. Carly, she likes to watch her vlogs sometimes in the morning, don't you?
Yeah.
Before school.
This is the one when we went to the wildlife park.
I'm not sure. But yeah, that's basically a summary of what's really happening. On another side, we have just uploaded the Christmas video where it was like we did the Christmas tree. I actually changed the lighting on the window. I actually got some nets, and the lights that were on the window are now quite nicely all around the room. And I have to admit, on an evening, it is just spectacular. It is totally amazing. I can't fault it. It's brilliant.
Everybody.
Hi. So you just had your appointment, didn't you? And you really liked it, didn't you? It was quite fun. And they've given Carly lots and lots of exercises to do on a ball. That one is one of her favourites so far. Way. So the exercises Carly's been given is a range to basically help strengthen her arms, shoulders and her core. God, I feel a bit warm. Whew. We've just had a conversation with my dad and I'm kind of tickled. But yeah, she's been having problems like when she's like riding a bike, things like that. She's been very, very weak in her body. And we're fairly confident that with these exercises she'll definitely pick up. Oh, my phone's ringing. Oh. Hi, Evie. Oh, okie dokie. Hellfire. You're now on YouTube, Sam. You're on YouTube. Okay guys, so the police officer's just been, I should feel like happy the fact that he's telling him yet again to leave me alone, but I just feel physically sick because it's like, I hate it when they turn around and say that they'll arrest him if he doesn't stop, and it's like he's just not stopping. So I'm hoping that this is the final time that I ever have to get them involved. It's just ridiculous. But now I don't understand why he feels that he has to keep giving letters and things like that through the post. I just want him to stop and not continue what he's doing. Carly's now just gone swimming with her uncle. So that's yet another week that I've not been able to help and teach. And it's all 3 lessons now I've missed because of him. whether it's because I've been stressed and physically been sick, or I'm just not eating, or I'm having bad stomach issues with the toilet. All these things are related to him, so that's now 3 weeks where I've missed doing what I enjoy because of him. I don't think I'll ever trust anybody in my life again. And if I do, God, it's got to be worth it. That's all I can say. Right now, no one fits that category, other than Carly, of course. But no, it's not good. I'm sorry that this vlog's been quite a down and depressing day, but hopefully the next ones in the future will be a lot better. And just remember that if you're going through struggles and stresses, just think who else could be as well. Because I know a lot of other people out there, after having my first sort of chat with the police officer, the questions that he asked, it makes me sick to think that people go through what he was asking me, and I'm glad that he's not one of those sorts of people. So just remember, someone's always got it worse than you. But thanks for watching today's vlog, and hopefully tomorrow's vlog will be better. Bye! Okay guys, I'm going to make this one rather brief. And then I'm going to bed after I've uploaded the content to the computer. Basically, obviously, yeah, I had the police officer come out. He's spoken to him, told him to leave me alone, told him not to send me any more letters, things like that, which he's admitted to, yeah, he wrote the letters, but he's trying to make out he sent them ages ago, which it's pointless, because when you read the emails and then you look at the letters, they all correspond, so it's kind of clear when and where and when after the dates were sent, not to mention the fact that when they did get sent, I'd already sent copies of them to members of the family, so there's like dates and times on there. But what annoys me is, why did he have to lie? He could have just said, put my hands up. And after all, I was the one that turned around and said to him, I don't want him arrested today, which I could have had him arrested today, but I didn't want him to, because I'm just too damn nice, and I didn't want his son going through that grief. But let's just hope and pray that that really is it, because I really don't want any more of this stress. I just want to live and keep doing what I'm doing, plodding on. I know that 2017 is just around the corner, and I have a wise friend who lived in Portugal that's telling me to keep my chin up and just throwing loads of wise words of wisdom, because he's amazing and he's been through some rough times and is still going through rough times. So at least I know I'm not exactly alone. So I thought I'd add that bit on before I log off for the evening. I'm going to edit today's footage now and maybe get it rendered ready for the morning, or maybe render it in the morning, I don't know, but I'm editing it now. So night guys.